So before Pranam, my name is Abhishek, and today we are conducting the fourth live session, the problem solving session for our course of understanding design. Uh, if you are a learner for this course, we have already conducted three live sessions up till now in the past, and the fourth session was due this week on Monday, but due to some reasons, it was rescheduled and it was scheduled for today. Right. So we'll be conducting it today. This is the final session of the 4 week module. In the past 3 weeks, we have conducted these live sessions, which included a brief recap of what has happened in the that particular specific week. 10 questions which were pertaining to the content of that particular week, and each of these questions were discussed, was taken opinion from all the learners who were present during the meet, and with an open discussion, we brainstormed on all the options and we tried to understand, what could be the correct answer. So that is how we have been going through the live sessions, wherein we have a certain of content recap followed by 10 set of questions, which are new questions other than your live assignment, basically helping you understand the typology of questions, followed by some brief discussion, and also helping the learners with the kind of reference material, the resource material, which is available in the NPTEL platform. So, based on our previous experiences of other courses as well, it has been found that a lot of learners join in the live in session for the very first time. Even if this is the last session, there would be learners who would be joining it for the first time. So I'm also taking another course in NPTEL in which this was the case. Uh, Irrespective of that, the idea and what NPTEL informs us is that whatever procedure we follow for the week one, we continue to follow till week four or till the duration of the course, so that anyone who is arriving in even for the first session, they should get the utmost knowledge, the entire overview of what is happening, how we are conducting the sessions, so that the learning should not be hindered by any of these scenarios. So that is why we have a very very brief recap. We follow a certain slide deck of a protocol slides, and then we present the learners with a new set of questions. We ideate on it, we build over the opinions, the perspectives of the learners, and then we share the right answer with the validated proof from the content. It could be in the form of snapshots or the screenshots of what the lecture content has been providing. It could also be in the form of the book snippets, wherein we inform that this is where we are saying that this is the correct answer, so that it gets validated, and then it has a better recall value as well. So when you are appearing for the examination later on, this will anyways be helpful. We have two of our learners, Ananya and Michelle. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Hello, I'm doing fine.
So, Ananya, please let us know now, yeah, how has been your journey in this course up till now? And
Yeah, it's been good. Actually, I had some doubts regarding week four. So, I was facing a few challenges with like the answers that were given. So, yeah, but other than that, I got to learn a lot and it's been an interesting journey.
great, great. So, Ananya, in which week's content you are facing the issues with respect to the answers?
Yeah, it's week four, the last assignment.
Okay.
So, I mean, there were some of the questions which I felt that the multi-choice. So, I believe like in multi-choice, if you select an option which is incorrect, then you get 0 marks for it. So I felt that some of the questions were, a bit on the edge in the sense like the option, you weren't very clear. And let's say, if you want, I can discuss one particular question which I was having trouble with. Um, should I tell you right now?
Yeah, yeah, you can.
Okay, so for example, question number 6 is how is the Jaipur Foot an example of high-tech innovation? So I think the accepted answers it is that it used materials from established industries and it used automatic machinery for manufacture. So first, for the first option, I do agree that the materials were from established industries, but I don't think like automatic machinery for manufacturing was used because it clearly mentioned that highly skilled manpower was being used for manufacture in the video which was shared. So, like, I had doubts on in these questions.
All right, all right. See, what you can do is you can post it in discussion forum, because by any chance, if there is a scope of rectification, then it is through the discussion forum that it gets triggered, right?
Okay.
So I would suggest that you post this thing along with your understanding of the correct answer on the discussion forum.
Okay.
There is another TA who is handling the discussion forum, and if the question and the point you are raising is correct, probably it
Hmm.
will go down that channel of recorrection. All right.
Okay. All right.
As far as the answer to this question is concerned, I have not gone through the correct answer or that particular question. Uh,
Okay.
but what I recall was that yes, you are correct. Initially, they were making it hand customized, and they it required a skill of hands which was being utilized.
Hmm.
But at the same time, when they were fusing the rubber, they were using some molding machine for that. Okay, so maybe the question is referring to that particular aspect wherein the rubberized format is being fused
Hmm.
together with the automatic machinery. I don't know, I mean, that's what I
Oh, I
could
see.
recall.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll post my understanding
Yeah,
of
yeah,
why
you
I
post your
chose.
understanding so
Um,
that you get a direct response to that as well.
okay. Sounds good.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
I
great.
had just one more question regarding the projects. So I believe like the projects will be assigned from our universities, right? If we want to get a certificate.
Yes, I mean, there was a question to this in the discussion forum,
Yeah,
and
I read that as well. Huh. So
so it is
um,
something which will be taken care from your university. I mean, from the professor in charge who will be, giving you the project, or you'll be taking a project and taking the consent from them.
okay, so but like from my university specifically, like none of this was like told to us that we would have to do a project. So is this like a compulsory thing or like it depends on from university to university?
I think it depends from university to university. Even
Okay.
if you are doing this course and you are appearing for examination, you'll get the certificate for whatever you have been a part of, right?
Hmm.
So if
Okay.
you are passing the exam, anyways, you'll get a certificate.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, Anand. Do we have Michelle? Hello, ma'am.
Yes, hello.
Hello, ma'am. How has been the journey of understanding design for you?
It has been good. I had previously done the other course, which was on innovation by design by Professor Chakraborty. So I done that, I think, a semester or 2 semester ago. So the fourth week had a lot of content that was from the other course,
Correct, correct.
innovation by design. Yeah, so I got to go over uh, through some of the content. It felt good.
Yeah, you would be feeling like, अरे ये तो मैंने पढ़ा
Yeah,
है.
but then I
Good.
could still feel like, oh, I forgot this point. Oh, this is like when you look back at something, you would notice the things that you missed last time. So
Mm-hmm.
that was interesting.
Correct, correct. So, in fact, I am also taking the live sessions for innovation by design. I mean, from last couple of times. So maybe we had encountered. I don't know. I don't recall that. But
No, no, this is the first time I'm attending a live problem solving session for a
okay,
course.
okay, okay,
But I
okay.
did see that you are conducting live sessions from your YouTube channel because when I was tracing back to the other problem solving sessions, I could see that course listed down on the same channel.
Right. So I'm taking the innovation by design even parallelly. So there are two courses I'm taking live sessions for. The one is understanding design, the other is innovation by design. And I think with a gap of one semester, I took the same course, earlier as well. So, anyways, I mean, it's good that you are having a keen interest and you have been a part of this. Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. So, we will start today's session. So, I once again welcome all the learners in the week 4 of Understanding Design course. Course instructor is Professor Neena Sabnani from IIT Bombay. My name is Abhishek. I am currently a research scholar at Design Department, IIT Roorkee. So, like I've mentioned, the initial few slides will be the same. If you have been a part of this live session earlier as well, sit back and relax. This is something which is for anyone who joins in late or who's seeing just this particular video on YouTube. So, the general agenda of the course is that these live sessions are basically to help you in the current run of courses, which means that we are there to help you understand with the content if there is any issue. We will discuss and solve previous year assignments along with some of new set of questions. The idea is that we don't help you with the current evaluation scheme, although the deadline of the week 4 is I think gone by, but still we'll have some new set of questions to discuss. Main aim is to help you in preparing yourself for the examination, so which is being conducted in the month of March. So these sessions will help you in that. If you have any questions related to the course, the best platform is to go to discussion forum using ask a question functionality of the NPTEL platform. This you receive when you the moment you log into your SWAYAM portal. So during the run of the live session, we request everybody to please keep the mic on mute because we are recording the sessions and these sessions will be uploaded on YouTube so that we avoid any kind of noise disturbances. And we invite all the learners to participate when we are having a set of 10 questions, wherein, all the learners can, inform and tell us what could be the right option, what is their perspective, and then we try to conclude with the correct answers. Like I mentioned, using discussion forum is the best way to seek any answers because it includes people from the NPTEL team. It includes certain TAs, it includes all the learners. There could be a possibility that your question is not addressed right on time, but then please be patient, it will be addressed soon because certain questions, the answers are not, readily available. That the person has to check with the NPTEL and then the NPTEL responds. So that is where there could be a time lag between response to your question, but then you'll get the response there. This is how the portal looks like when you log in. This would be your email ID. And let's understand it with respect to the left pane and the right pane. So the left pane consists of tabs and the clickable links to register for examination. If you're doing it for course credits and certificate, you need to register for examination. These are the prominent tabs which needs to be explored by you. The last three of them are not particularly active as of now. But all the important announcements, all the important notifications will be found in the announcement tab. So going forward, this would include announcement with respect to the examinations, hall tickets, and do's and don'ts. Well, in the perspective, in the context of your physical examination. Okay. Uh, About the course is basically all your lecture and week wise content. This will also include certain learning materials as well as references. Like I mentioned, this basically connects with the discussion forum. Ask a question leads to the discussion forum. Progress is something that will help you see how you are progressing with respect to each week. Progress will consist of two tabs. One will be with respect to the content, the other is with respect to your assignment evaluation. I believe now all of you must be having your overall scores because week 4 quiz deadline is also over. So, for week 1 to week 4, you must have got your scores. And I hope that all of you are getting great scores out there. Okay. Hi, Pramit. Good evening. Hi. Uh, Correct. So, the recording of the sessions are made available to all the learners. This is the YouTube channel where we upload the videos, and this is the Google Drive link where all the PDFs are uploaded, which are basically converted from the presentations which I present here, along with all the annotations, all the scribbles, or the thinking aloud text which I write. So all that gets registered, and the idea is that we should be able to understand the thought processes. We should be able to understand, how we are trying to arrive at a particular answer, right? Even when we write the votes mentioned, it kind of informs us that how diverse the user set is in terms of the correct answer of that question. So all these recorded sessions are available under the problem solving session tab, which is available here at the bottom of the left pane. The moment you click here, you will be reaching out to another link wherein it will be mentioned click here, and then again you'll click there. So there are a couple of clicks which is required. Uh, some UI intervention is needed to improvise that. So it will lead you to an Excel sheet which is monitored by me, and you will get week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. You'll also get the YouTube links, and then you'll also get a common Drive link, and this will open up a Google Drive page with week 1 to week 4 content. At the last column, there is a attendance kind of a tag. It is basically to track, how many people are attending it. So as of now, I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people are there in the call. Okay. Yes, the course name is Understanding Design by Professor Neena Sabnani from IIT Bombay. She was there when the course was being made. It is a 4-week course. Currently, we are in the final week of it. The week 4 deadline was 21st of Feb, so it has already gone by. So I believe you have submitted the assignments. Can we have a hand raise for all those who have submitted all the 4 assignments? If you have submitted all the 4 assignments, can you please raise your hand? Great, great, great. That's great. So all the learners who are in the call right now, they have submitted it. Okay. So Pramit, just hold on. Let me complete this protocol slides and I'll get back to you. Okay. Okay, you may lower your hand now. So the examination date as proposed is 24th of March. It will be either in the first half or in the post-lunch session. The time will be allotted to you by the NPTEL team. So earlier when I appeared for one of the examinations, I had the option to choose from, I believe, but then I think this is something which is being taken care now by the NPTEL. So you'll be allotted either one of the two slots. The registration date was earlier scheduled for 16th of Feb. Then it got extended till 20th of Feb. And if there is another extension, you will receive it either on mail or on the announcements tab. So if you are a registered learner, you might get an update about this as well. Okay, regarding the progress tab, I've already talked about it. There are two kinds of progress which is being shown, unit-wide progress and assessment scores. So within assessment scores, if you open up, you will be able to see your scores out of 100. Even if you have missed out any one of the assignments, don't worry because we consider best of three for a 4-week course. All right, so that should not be a problem. The main aim of this progress is to help you, to motivate you, to show you that yes, you have been performing well, you have gone through a lot of content, you have gone through a lot of learnings. Please appear for examination. All right, talking about the examination certificate, anybody who is passionate about learning about design, it's completely free for them and they can learn by registering themselves. However, if you are doing it for certification or there is an academic requirement of credits, you will have to register for the examination by paying certain amount for the registration fee. If the date misses out after 12th, there is late fee which is applicable. So I hope everybody has already registered and those from the SC/ST category or PWD, they also get an additional fee waiver. So you need to upload those certificates to validate that and you'll be given that fee waiver. Okay, so coming to the criterias of earning a certificate. Just a second. So all your marks from week 1 to week 4, they are basically narrowed down to 25%. Your physical center based examination will be given a weightage of 75%, and this in total will be summing up to 100% marks. Now, there is a certain criteria which you need to be aware that within internals, your score needs to be more than 10 out of 25. Likewise, in externals, it needs to be more than 40 out of 100. I'm sorry. This is the overall one, which means the total needs to be more than 40. Now, you need to meet the individual criterias in order to get the final criteria being matched. For example, if you score 5 and you score 35 here, your score is 40, you will not get the certificate. You score 10, you sorry, you score 20 here, but you score 25 here, you score 45 here, still you will not get the certificate because you are not maintaining the individual criterias, right? So I think all those who have appeared for examination, most of you must be scoring more than 50. Even if not, then we only take the best of three, so don't worry about it. Uh, this is just to ensure that people engage with the content, engage with the information which is being given, and then you also appear for the final exam. So exam score is 75. This is 25. So this is how we have been progressed from the week 1 content till week 4 content, wherein the focus was about innovation by design, and the faculty invited was Professor V.K. Chakravarti sir. And like ma'am said, he has an NPTEL course on innovation by design itself. So if you're liking understanding design, if you have not attended that, maybe going forward you might want to attend it. Okay, it's again a very interesting course. Like Michelle ma'am said, there are a couple of case studies like the post box one. It's being discussed in great detail in the this particular course. I think now everybody would be completely aware of the two typology of questions. One is single choice questions, which means you will have just one correct answer. You have multiple correct answers. So if I want, I can just select one of it. But if I want here, I can actually select multiple of them, and in fact, all of them as well. The presentation might differ. You might get a sentence with a fill in the blanks, but that is applicable for both these questions. So this was the book I was referring about in the last class as well. I talked about how you can actually access this book, how you can go through the content, and how it is a good resource of going through the content in a very quick way. Because when you are planning to appear for examination, this will be a very good resource in flipping across and getting an overview of the entire content. The book is available on the NPTEL platform. Once the session is over, I'll share how you can actually access this book, download this, and browse through this book. All the page numbers are clickable, so you don't need to scroll through each of them. You can actually click and just refer to that particular week's content if there is a need of that. Okay. Now coming to the marking of multiple questions. I think by now everybody is quite aware of these three marking patterns. If you select all correct answers, you get full marks. If you choose at least one incorrect answers, you don't get any marks. All right. And if only correct answers are chosen, but not all correct answers have been chosen, then partial mark. So this benefit will only come if you choose only the correct answers. So this principle has been shared by the NPTEL team in our previous year's inputs, and that's why I've been informing you. All right. So before I begin with the set of questions, let me ask Promit if Promit is there. Hi, Promit. You had a concern.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Promit.
Sir, can you hear me?
Uh, can you be a little louder?
Sir, now can you hear me?
It's the same, but yes, please tell. Hi.
Okay, sir. Sir, hi. My name is Promit. I'm doing my BTech from Amity University, Noida. Currently, I'm in the third year,
Which stream, Promit?
computer science, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I was having doubt in week one. I mean, all the weeks questions. Sir.
Hmm.
Sir, in week one, I was having doubt in question three, the lucky fish one.
Okay.
Sir, there were given three options in that question. The question was the Lucky Iron Fish project not only helps prevent iron deficiency but also provides employment to the disadvantaged. First option. Second option was uses eco-friendly material. Second option. Third option was draws on local beliefs to promote health. And fourth option was raises funds for social welfare. Sir, I have selected the first option provides employment to the disadvantaged, but the correct answer was shown that it draws on local beliefs to promote health. So I wanted to know the uh, how I have doubt in this.
Can you share your screen to help me, better connect with the question? Is it possible for you to screen share and show me that question?
Okay, sir. 1 second.
And I'll stop sharing. Probably then you'll be able to share. So I believe we have the other learners here. Michelle ma'am and Nitin sir are also here. They have been also active learners, and we'll try to resolve your questions, Pramit.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Pramit,
it's
this is the first time you are attending a live session.
no, sir. I have attended week one session as well, but I was quite late during the session.
No, no issues. Please continue.
It's not showing the option, sir, for presentation.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me see if I can do it from here. Okay, for now, what I'll do is I'll add you as a co-host, then probably you will get the access. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. I'm getting that.
Okay.
Mm.
Promit, can you read the options in that question?
You can see in my screen, sir.
नितिन सर अभी ही स्क्रीन शेयरिंग वील ऑल बी एबल टू प्रोमित थोड़ा आप जूम इन करिएगा जूम इन कर पाएंगे इसको कंट्रोल दबा के
1 second, sir.
हाँ दैट्स
Yeah,
बेटर विच
yes,
क्वेश्चन
sir.
हाँ
Third one, sir. This one.
हम्म हाँ जस्ट होल्ड ऑन ठीक
Okay,
है
sir.
Okay, so the question is the Lucky Iron Fish project not only helps prevent iron deficiency, but also the options are provides employment to the disadvantaged, uses eco-friendly material, draws on the local beliefs to promote health, and raises funds for social welfare. So, Nitin sir and Michelle ma'am, what do you think? What is your perspective in this?
It's about draws on local beliefs to promote health because they had to look for a solution where the locals would relate it with something they're familiar to. So they went back and the researchers looked at the mythological aspects where the fish came into play, and that's how the final product was shaped in the shape of a fish. And that was a relevant point in the whole story, and that's why it was called the lucky iron fish. So that's I think it's a obvious answer for the question.
Okay, okay. नितिन सर आपका कोई व्यू पॉइंट है इस पर
Actually, option one, two, three are very near. If I have listened the story very carefully to twice or thrice, but I have also objection on this actually why it is the last one because the eco-friendly material is also used, and first option is also likely to be because it is also talked about that employment. In video, it is a focus on 3 points, but if there is a priority given to, then again after the seeing the answer, again I am convinced that the given answer is correct. Probably the local belief is the correct answer about the health.
Okay,
It's
so
quite confusing question. I have also got the wrong actually. I have clicked user eco-friendly material.
okay, okay, okay. So actually, yes, I think if it this would have been a multi-select option, then probably all first three would have been the probably the correct answers. But yes, since it's a single choice, then we'll have to look for in an hierarchy what is the topmost one, right? So if you see from a project perspective, use of eco-friendly material, and providing employment. If you see from a timeline stage, all these comes afterwards. Okay, the first thing is that you try to make a product so that it gets integrated in their lifestyle, and that's where the local beliefs to promote health was very critical. Once that is there, that people have people adopted that particular thing, that yes, this is matching my belief system, I will probably use it. That's where they started that, okay, let's start packaging it in a way, and utilizing the people who are physically challenged. And then so from a conceptual standpoint, this was the correct answer. But I also kind of agree to that. If this would have been a multiple choice, then probably there could have been multiple correct answers. But from a single choice, the most significant was utilizing the local beliefs. How it can be easily integrated in their lifestyle, because even if you provide them iron tablets and all, they would miss out. How you can integrate it in their lifestyle is something which is very, very important. So from that standpoint, C option is correct.
Okay, sir. Um, sir, also have doubt on week two assignment as well.
Okay, okay. Let's look at that.
Okay, sir. In week four, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, week two, question four.
This is question four.
Yes, sir.
Now you're saying week two, question two, no?
Week two, question four, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Can you please read it out?
One second, sir. Which of these messages does this module convey with respect to design? Can you see, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, sir, I was thinking that option A, C, and D are correct. Option A being there is evidence to suggest that people from remote locations display a good understanding of design ideas. Option C being although the interaction between design and technology helps make people's life better, it may also lead to overconsumption. Uh, and option D being learning from nature is a much more desirable method of obtaining design ideas than depending on the latest technology. So, sir, in this question, option C was not the correct answer. Option A, B, and D was the correct one. So mm, I didn't. I was not able to understand why option C was not correct.
Okay. So Michelle ma'am and Nitin sir, any of your perspective in this question?
I think I also got this one wrong. I think I also ticked C because, the statement does sound familiar, but I'm not sure.
नितिन सर, आपका कुछ कहना है?
Actually, I'm not recalling actually.
प्रोमित आप ये बता सकते हो, ये क्वेश्चन क्या उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में है वेयर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट रूट ब्रिजेस? इज इट इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ दिस स्टडी?
It is on the context of the entire module, sir.
दिस इज
Uh,
विच वीक्स क्वेश्चन?
week two, sir.
अच्छा, नहीं, वीक टू का है ना, तो वीक टू में क्या रूट ब्रिजेस वाला था क्या कंटेंट?
हाँ हाँ सर, रूट ब्रिजेस वाला था.
रूट ब्रिजेस वाला था. ओके. Okay, let's go through the content. Which of these messages does this module convey? तो ये basically module के respect में that particular module. There is evidence to suggest people from remote locations display good understanding of design ideas. I think that's clear. Design seeks to go beyond the imagined limits of human capabilities. Although the interaction between design and technology helps people, it may also lead to overconsumption. And learning from nature is a much more desirable method of obtaining design ideas than depending on the latest technology. So basically, here the confusion is between B and C.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Actually, it makes sense that they are using the root bridge root and might be in the context. Imagination limits are beyond the human capability. And third option, so help makes per people's lives better. It may also lead to overconsumption. This doesn't make sense actually. How, in what way they are over consuming? They are utilizing all the natural sources. They are using the
Like
natural sources.
if we talk about a simple instrument, sir, like a pen, we are over consuming is it on a daily basis. There is so much wastage of a normal single pen, sir. So I was thinking on that context.
This week also had the bionic video.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Promit, I think for this question, I would suggest that you can post it in the discussion forum, right? And
Okay, sir.
but do mention what is your logic that this answer and this point needs to be correct. Let the NPTEL team take care of it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I'll also keep a note of this question.
I was also thinking about B options, sir, cause of the bionics. It showed that design can go beyond human capabilities. But I
Correct.
thought that C option might be also correct because over consumption of technology is, you know, the overusing of technology leads to overconsumption as well.
देखो प्रमित एक एक और चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ये है ना कि कई बार हम लोग क्वेश्चंस को जनरलाइज्ड व्यू में वी ट्राई टू आंसर इट बट एनपीटीएल के कोर्सेज में व्हाट आई हैव सीन इज दैट दे आर वेरी स्पेसिफिक टू दैट वीक्स कंटेंट एंड दैट मॉड्यूल मैंने कुछ कोर्सेज लिए जहाँ पे वी हैड क्वेश्चंस लाइक कि अकॉर्डिंग टू प्रोफेसर दिस व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय डिजाइन ओके now I can have a definition of design, you can also have a definition of design, but then they specifically seek the view what that professor has said in that particular lecture or module, right? तो अगर हम इस क्वेश्चन को भी देखें हो सकता है कि when you will go through the that module's content probably over consumption वाला part हो सकता है नहीं आ रहा हो. From a general standpoint I can understand with you. Now we can take the example of mobile and it is leading to over consumption, it makes sense. But if you go through the content of root bridges and bionic limbs, then this point is not coming up. Okay.
Okay,
तो
sir.
तो ये हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि उस मॉड्यूल की अगर बात कर रहे हैं जस्ट लुक एट द मॉड्यूल के कंटेंट इफ द मॉड्यूल कंटेंट इज अबाउट bionics and root bridges then obviously option C will not make a case there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to the next query.
Yes, yes, sir. Question 7, sir. Why is economic model of design described as a linear model?
Okay,
So I've selected A, B, and C, sir. But the correct option is B and C only.
just
I
hold on,
confuse.
just read out, read out.
Option A is it ships products straight to consumers without any quality check.
Hmm.
Option B, it is focused solely on consumption. Option C, it has no means of restoring some of the resources taken from nature. And option D, it is based on lean thinking.
Okay. Michelle ma'am and Nitin sir, any of your perspectives?
Actually, given answer is correct, sir. Actually, they are talking about the linear model. So first, it ships product straight to consumers without any quality check. Without any quality check, actually, this is wrong sentence. Actually, forget about the model. Without quality check, nothing is happened, and it is focused solely on consumption. This is also wrong. Actually, this is not economic model of design. So obvious, one can go for it is not a single answer. Click simply the C and D, and it is also having a logic that lean thinking it is a straightforward linear model, and it has no mean of restoring some of the resources taken from the nature. There is a this is also true actually. There is no resources because outgoing ही ज़्यादा हो रहा है, incoming कम हो रहा है. Sorry, कुछ reverse में talk किया. Sorry.
Hmm. Hmm. Michelle ma'am, any of your point of view?
Although I did get the answer right, I'm not able to recall the content of the lean thinking video. So I'm not sure how to go about it.
देखो प्रमित फर्स्ट वाला तो नहीं होना चाहिए बिकॉज विच एवर प्रोडक्ट, ये हमारा एक मैंडेटरी रूल होता है कि क्वालिटी चेक नीड्स टू हैपन। आप जो भी प्रोडक्ट देखते हो ना,
Yes, sir.
क्वालिटी क्वालिटी चेक होता ही होता है, तो वो पहला ऑप्शन तो वैसे भी होना ही नहीं चाहिए। सही।
Yes, sir.
ओके।
सर वो आई थॉट दैट वो एक लिमिटेड पीरियड ऑफ टाइम के लिए प्रोडक्ट यूज हो रहा है, तो क्वालिटी चेक उतना हो नहीं पा रहा है, तो दैट्स व्हाई आई करेक्टेड द ऑप्शन।
नहीं नहीं, क्वालिटी चेक हर प्रोडक्ट का होता है, बशर्ते हर प्रोडक्ट का अपना लाइफ होता है, उसके बाद वो डिस्कार्ड हो जाता है। और कहीं ना कहीं वो उसी की बात कर रहे हैं कि इट हैज नो मीन्स ऑफ रिस्टोरिंग।
ओके सर।
Okay, let's go to the next question.
यस
I
सर।
think I did
Hmm.
find a point that I noted down. It says how to get more consumption but rely less on natural resources. Uh, so maybe that's why it says it has no means of restoring some of the resources taken from nature.
Sir, I'm moving to week 3 now.
Okay.
Um, the first one, sir. Um,
Hmm.
First question: what are the factors that contribute to the success of a product in the market? I have selected A, B, and D, sir. But the correct options are A, B, and C. The first option is competitive pricing. Second is newness and uniqueness. Third is making the product look good, and D is mass production.
Okay. Michelle ma'am, Nitya sir, आपका क्या कहना है? Were you able to get the correct one in this?
I made the same mistake.
Okay, okay. नितिन सर, इसमें प्रोमित कैन यू टेल मी, ये वीक 3 कंटेंट है, तो इसमें क्या एग्जांपल्स दिए थे? कैन यू रिकॉल एंड टेल?
Sir, the Thonet chair,
Hello.
as you recall, as you can remember.
ओके ओके, हाँ सर, नितिन सर बताइए।
हाँ, actually, so for product, any product to get a success, so competitive pricing, although it is correct, newness and uniqueness is already mentioned. Making the product look good, this is also necessary, and mass production have no relevance actually to the product selling. Actually, it is a process. So therefore, answer is correct. Actually, given answer is correct as per my opinion.
Okay.
Sir,
प्रोमित आप क्या बता?
I was thinking about that Gillette example that it was given in the video. It was also mass produced as well, sir. It has competitive pricing, it has newness and uniqueness, but I don't think it was looking good in some way.
This is
It's
actually generalized questions, not about that related product. This is a generalized question actually.
I don't think, sir, that a product should be looking good to make it successful. It's not necessary. I know it's a part of a design, but it's not that necessary.
No, it is aesthetic aspect actually. For success of the product, look is also matters. Actually, aesthetic is also one of the aspect. So to
One of the
for the success of the product in the market, uh, functional aspect along with the aesthetic and ergonomic aspect is needed.
but it's mentioned, sir, everywhere that the uh, product is mass produced. It's quite popular. That's why it's being used everywhere, like the chair. And that chair, the chair which is used in government offices made by Godrej, they were also mass produced. That's why I thought that mass production was also the correct option.
Okay, okay. So, Promit, I think I can now answer your question. See, uh, the question says what factors contribute to the success. Okay. Once the success is achieved, then obviously you will go to mass production. See, the thing is that unless you have a distinctive product which is both uh, looking good as well as which has the right and good functionality. That's why in one of the live sessions I mentioned that the product needs to have utility, which means beautiful, pertaining to the aesthetics, and utility means utilitarian. It has to have a functional standpoint. So these contribute to the success of a product. Now there could be, take the example of Tata Nano. It was, a mass-produced thing, उसका सब कुछ set था. But then it failed in the market, right? Although the mass production, everything was set, right? तो इसमें हमें ये नहीं सोचना है कि अगर कोई प्रोडक्ट मास प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है तो वो सक्सेसफुल भी होगा. देयर आर मेनी प्रोडक्ट्स which are mass produced come, but they do not survive, they do not sustain themselves. Okay, so but to make a space in the market, these could be the contributing factors, right? तो थोड़ा इसको उस नजरिए से हमें देखना है इस क्वेश्चन को.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay,
Nano,
let's go
nano,
further.
nano example was good.
Hmm.
Yes. Now these seventh question, sir.
Hmm.
What are some of the essential characteristics to lead a creative team? Uh, I've selected the B option. Be a good manager, but the correct option is none of these.
ये कौन सा है वीक?
Week three का ही है sir.
नो bit about it. आई फील कि इसका आंसर फर्स्ट होना चाहिए.
Yeah, I selected the first one, but yeah, it was wrong.
नितिन सर, आपको क्या लगता है? सी प्रोमित, देखो, बी अ गुड मैनेजर, गुड का बहुत वो नहीं होता, मतलब गुड इज अ वेरी सब्जेक्टिव टर्म, राइट? गुड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू व्हाट? गुड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइमलाइंस, गुड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू बीइंग पोलाइट, है ना? मतलब इट कैन नॉट बी आर्टिकुलेटेड दैट वेल. तो गुड मैनेजर तो मेरे हिसाब से भी नहीं होना चाहिए. बट सम आई फील कि यू नो to lead a creative team you need to understand each individual's specialization, और उसके हिसाब से आप काम दे के you can work out well. So I don't think even none of these would be the correct answer. Maybe मिशेल मैम, आप भी ये क्वेश्चन उस ग्रुप डिस्कशन फोरम में डाल सकते
Yes,
हैं फॉर
sir.
देम टू रिवैलिडेट.
Yeah,
नितिन
I
सर, नितिन सर आप कुछ कह रहे थे?
Yes, yes. So first answer is correct, sir. Actually, know a bit about each individual specialization. I
हम्म.
also clicked that one, but surprisingly, the answer is none of these.
राइट, राइट. तो नहीं, गलतियां वैसे हो भी जाती हैं. इन वन ऑफ माय प्रीवियस एक्सपीरियंस देयर वाज एन इशू लाइक दैट एंड इट टुक सम टाइम, बट देन इट गॉट रीवैल्यूएटेड, राइट? सो आई वुड सजेस्ट दैट इफ द मेल कम्स फ्रॉम अ लर्नर दैट प्लीज रिविजिट दिस क्वेश्चन, they will do an internal assessment and they'll get back to it. So I would request either Michelle ma'am, Nitin sir, or Promit, to just post a query for this question. So thank you, Promit, for highlighting this. I mean, this is a question in doubt. Maybe, it will be addressed by the team.
Okay, sir.
Okay, let's go further.
The tenth question, sir.
Hmm.
An egoistic temperament is a major hurdle in collaboration working because I have selected option A. It indicates an unwillingness to involve specialists from other disciplines. Option B, collaboration is not about individual but all about group identities. Option C, it makes creativity impossible. Option D, it emotionally isolates a person from the team.
मैम और सर, आप लोग बताएं, आपका क्या व्यू पॉइंट है इसमें?
I had selected the last option. Mm, I
Yes,
think
sir.
when you have a egoistic temperament, mm, it can be of any different reason, right? You may be having an ego because of different reasons. So maybe it is maybe you're showing an unwillingness to involve people from other disciplines. Maybe you do not want to work in groups. Maybe it can be a maybe. When it comes to the third point, it will not make creativity impossible. It will make it difficult to work in group. But I think for the last option, it shows the same thing. Emotionally, the person who's having an ego will not be able to work with the team. But for other options, it can be a maybe. It may not be the actual answer.
So that is how you were able to derive at this. डिटेक्टिव है. ओके. नितिन सर आपका क्या कहना है?
आई वॉज एट दैट टाइम 50-50 एक्चुअली, ए को क्लिक करूँ या डी को क्लिक करूँ. तो मैंने आधे दिन तो ए क्लिक किया था, सॉरी डी क्लिक किया था, लास्ट में मैंने ए क्लिक किया. सो बोथ आर द लुक्स एज वेरी क्लोज आंसर्स एक्चुअली. I can't differentiate actually, and probably answer may be D or maybe A. I don't know.
An egoistic temperament is a major hurdle in collaborative working. It indicates unwillingness to involve specialists from other disciplines. Collaboration is not about individual but about group identities, making creativity impossible. It emotionally isolates a person from the team. So there are certain questions wherein you have to go through each and every option and then you have to, nullify those, like what ma'am has done. Um Through that, you'll be able to arrive at the answers of certain questions.
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
okay, I'm moving to week 4 now. Sir. I have question 8, sir. Week 4.
Hmm.
Which of the following crucial aspects of design process does the example of Vaishno Devi Palki illustrate?
Hmm.
Option A, the lightweight design consideration. Option B, the need of for continuous user feedback. Option C, the harmony and balance of design concept. Option D, understanding the user's geographical context and emphasizing with their environmental working conditions. So I have marked option A, B, and C, but the correct options are B and D only.
Okay. Okay. Let's take the opinions of Nitin sir and Michelle ma'am.
I will go with the Promit actually. A is also looks correct answer because the lightweight aspect is there and it is a prominent aspect actually. So A, B, and D answer is correct.
मैंने भी A, B and D click किया था, but then because I clicked the wrong option, now it's 0.
Okay, okay. So I think one of the major cause was the issues for grudgery of the this thing potters जो उन्होंने mention किया है, right, for the palki. हम्म. और शायद ये भी बात हुई थी कि हम कितने परसेंट वेट कम कर पाएंगे तो इट वुड मेक अ वेरी मच मीनिंगफुल इम्पैक्ट ऑन द पॉटर्स. आई थिंक दिस वाज आल्सो सेड इन वन ऑफ द लेक्चर्स. प्लीज लेट मी
They
नो
have
if I.
they have changed the material also instead of
हाँ.
that
हाँ.
galvanized.
मटेरियल थिकनेस
Yeah,
बहुत चीजें की थी, हाँ, क्योंकि जीआई पाइप्स यूज कर रहे थे, फिर एसएस पाइप यूज किया तो उससे वजन काफी कम हुआ था. करेक्ट. ठीक है. आई थिंक दिस क्वेश्चन अगेन नीड्स टू गो टू द डिस्कशन फोरम. आई वुड सजेस्ट प्रॉमिट टू प्लीज रेज दिस क्वेश्चन एज वेल in the discussion forum to have a recheck. Okay.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. Let's proceed to the next.
That was all from my side, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you, Pramit. You were quite vigilant. Let's hope that few questions get rectified and all of you get enhanced marks in these questions. So thank you on that note. Okay. Now let me share my screen and we'll start with a set of 10 questions. All right. What are the characteristic feature of impactful innovation? So we are talking about characteristic feature of impactful innovation. Innovation can radically promise success of products. Innovation is a complete only when it reaches large number of users. Innovation has to happen at every stage of the product development of the product, and innovation is turning every idea into a tangible product.
Answer
We
is
are
B.
asked, sir.
Answer is B. B. Innovation to complete only it reaches to the large number of users.
Okay, so sir is opting for B when it is reaching a large number of users. Anyone else?
I would also go with B.
All right.
B as well, sir.
We've got three votes, three learners. Let's see the correct answer. Correct. The correct answer is B. All of you have scored full marks for this question. It is complete only when it reaches large number of users. So that is the characteristic feature. Very critical feature for innovation to happen. It needs to reach a large number of users. Perfect. Let's come to the second question. The cane chair made in Northeast India is a simple illustration of innovative design. What were the impactful qualities that are embedded in its design process? The stackable feature reduced transportation cost, the use of sustainable imported superior quality cane, it replicated similar standard plastic furniture, and the local craftsmen continued to live in their hometowns. We are talking
A,
about,
A and
A,
D.
A, B, D.
okay, one by one we'll go. So, Nitin sir is saying A, B, and D, right, sir? And Michelle, ma'am?
A and D.
D. Okay, anyone else? Ramit, if you're there?
A and D, sir.
Okay, we've got three, one, three. Okay, chair made in the Northeast. Can you tell me who was the professor who was working on this as a student? Anyone? So, this professor was a student pursuing design at IDC, and then he later became a professor. So the design was that of this professor while he was a student, and then the product was manufactured and marketed by another professor. So it was later taken on by Professor Chakravarti sir, and the student who was professor became his Professor Kumaresan. Let's see the reference in this. Our innovation was to make it most stackable like this. So like they can put 100 chairs in container, whereas earlier they could put in only 20 chairs. So you can see with the new design, they could fit in 5 times more chair. So there was a huge difference in the logistics. Obviously, this meant that the transport cost was slashed and the craftsmen could sustain, this would be could stay the villages avoiding migration. Okay, क्योंकि पहले क्या होता था, they used to get the materials from outside, they used to bring the craftsmen. और मान लीजिए आप बैंगलोर में तो बैंगलोर में जाके आप सारा मटेरियल आ रहा है, क्राफ्ट्स पर्सन आ रहे हैं, एंड देन दे आर मेकिंग इट, सो द कॉस्ट फैक्टर वाज enhanced. So what they did was, instead of doing that, while shipping they made the design such that the stacking was much more better, efficient, and then this was helping them avoid migration. So rather than people shifting to the city centers and the urban areas, they could actually work in their native towns and still they can get their livelihood. So the correct answers are correctly said A and B. Perfect. The content does not say about anything about the quality of cane and superior or imported quality. It is basically the homegrown cane, right? So it is not imported. If you remember, that is why this option won't be correct. So in the northeast, the cane by itself grows a lot, and that is what they are using. Let's come to the third question. The key elements of Dash are empathize, observe, ideate, prototype, and test. Design terminology, thinking by design, design thinking, and design methodology.
Design thinking.
C.
C.
Key elements of Dash are empathize, observe, ideate, prototype, and test. So all learners are saying design thinking. Let's see the reference. Innovation by design is a practice of using design tools and methods to create user centered novel products. At the core of this process is empathy for the user and innovative use of technology to arrive at solutions. The process is widely recognized as design thinking. The key elements are empathize, observe, ideate, prototype, test. Okay. And if you refer to the design thinking process from the IDF website, which is present here, empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. So the correct answer, as you mentioned, is C, the key elements of design thinking. Well done. Let's come to the question number 4. A good example is the dash where innovative manufacturing reduced the cost drastically to make a affordable small car. One option is Mahindra Xylo, Tata Nano car, Maruti Alto, none of these. So remember, this was the case where they were talking about how innovation can happen in different areas. Innovation can happen in manufacturing. That's where this is at.
B.
Okay. And
Sir, I'm thinking about B, but as you said, Nano failed in the market, so I'm not sure about this.
what happened?
I'm saying that I am also thinking option B, but Nano actually failed in the market, so I'm not sure about this.
Okay, okay. No, but it is not talking about failure or passing or success. It is just saying it is a good example where innovative manufacturing reduced the cost drastically. It is only saying that how through innovative manufacturing the cost of the product was reduced.
Okay, sir.
Answer is B. Tata Nano car.
Okay, correct. So this was one of the examples where they were talking about innovation in manufacturing. So they gave this option. They also discussed about innovation in distribution. Can anyone tell what was the example they gave? Innovation in distributions.
Please
Yeah.
repeat the question, sir. What you have?
So, professor was talking about examples of innovation. So he said that in innovative manufacturing, he gave this example, which all of you are saying
Yeah,
is yeah.
the distribution chain would be the example they gave us mini stashes of shampoo, masala, all those day to day items. So even to the smaller villages on hilly areas and all, they could easily uh, distribute it, and the locals could have it.
Great. Well done, ma'am. Well done. So they talked about the mini sachets of shampoo, oils, and many other things which people can, especially the bottom of the pyramid, can actually access it, utilize it. Even if you see the Parle-G that used to come of 5 rupees, 10 rupees, and then they reduced it to the 4 5 biscuits. It was a big hit among the people. So the correct answer is yes, Tata Nano car, where innovative manufacturing reduced the cost drastically to make an affordable car. So let's come to question 5. It's a little tricky one, so read it carefully. You are the owner of a large car manufacturing company that decides to venture into the production of innovative electrical bicycles. Which of the three pitfalls is likely to pose the biggest challenge to your company? You need to imagine this scenario where you can say that you are a large manufacturing company, okay, like you are the owner of Maruti, and now you are deciding to venture into the production of innovative electrical bicycles. You're planning to start off a new segment altogether. Which of the three pitfalls is likely to pose biggest challenge to your company?
I think option A, sir.
Romit says option A.
I will go with the option D. As it is a new product, all the pitfalls will subsequently be affected.
Sir, can you please be loud and repeat?
I will go with the option D. As it is a new product, all the pitfalls will subsequently be affected.
Okay. Anyone else?
I would also go with option D.
You are the owner of a large car manufacturing company that decides to venture into the production of innovative electrical bicycles. Which of the three pitfalls is likely to pose the biggest challenge to your company? Pilot production to mass manufacturing. Let's make mock-up to prototype pilot pilot to mass. So these are the three values of death. Assuming that you are a owner of a large car manufacturing company that decides to venture into the production of a innovative, so we are talking about a new segment. Although being a large manufacturing company, I do have the existing setup. So I have the skill set, I have the skilled labor, and I also have some decent machinery with me. Which of the three pitfalls is likely to pose the biggest challenge? The options are pilot production to mass manufacturing, which is top. Let's take a different color. It's talking about this phase. B is mock-up prototype. C is prototype to pilot production. D is as it is a new product, all the pitfalls will subsequently be affected. Now let me just add a little thing if that might uh, help you address this. If I mentioned here EV, would your answer remain the same or it would change? Okay. No, I'm just adding a little more detail and please reevaluate the question. You are the owner of a large electric vehicle manufacturing company that decides to venture into the production of innovative electric bicycles. So you are making EV cars and all. Now you want to get into electric bicycles. Which of the three pitfalls is likely to pose the biggest challenge? Now try to address this question. Will your answers remain the same, wherein we have one here and two here, or will it change? Please reread the question, try to address.
I don't think my answer will change.
Okay. Answer and Proman.
I also don't think my answer will change.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see the correct answer. The correct answer for this is mock up to prototype. Uh, in this course content, have we discussed about the fuel dispensers? Can you please confirm?
No, that was an innovation by design course.
All right, all right. So let me take that example because the process being followed is the same. We are talking about the seven C's. Okay. The seven C's. Oh, I cannot detail that. Okay. So, seven C's are basically the seven concerns, and it's quite famous, like Chakku's seven C's. Professor Chakravarti's seven C's. Okay. So, in the seven C's, he talks about the different values of death. And to give you an example, how, since it's a hypothetical question, but then the example could be from the other domain, wherein, he was referring to a case study of fuel dispensers, wherein L&T was planning to come up with a new design. So, what basically here we are talking about is that if this is an EV manufacturing company, I have the required skill set in terms of prototype till pilot. I have all those things ready with me. What I don't have is that skill set where somebody can do mock up to prototype for me. So that part is missing. After that, I have a good understanding of how it is being done here. But then this is the first hurdle wherein I would need to loop in someone and where the designer's role will come into play.
Sir,
क्योंकि
can
आपने भी
I add?
देखा होगा कि जैसे-जैसे आप आगे बढ़ते हैं, डिज़ाइनर का रोल कम होता जाता है और बाकी के स्टेक होल्डर्स का रोल बढ़ता जाता है। आई थिंक ये इसमें आया होगा आपके में वेयर 80% रोल देन 20% रोल इस तरीके से डिज़ाइनर का रोल जैसे-जैसे यू प्रोसीड विद द स्टेजेस ऑफ डिज़ाइन एंड यू come to the mass production, the role gets decreased. So it is the initial segment wherein there's a huge requirement of designer. So especially if you are already into electric car manufacturing setup, आपका आगे का streamlined है सब कुछ. Electric bicycles में obviously there would be certain uh, challenges which will be there, but then the very first challenge would be how to go from mock-up to prototype. क्योंकि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और पायलट प्रोडक्शन आपके पास ऑलरेडी सेट है नो डाउट स्केल्स चेंज हो जाएगा मटेरियल हो सकता है थोड़ा बहुत चेंज हो, बट देन यू ऑलरेडी हैव दैट एक्सपर्टी अवेलेबल विद यू. That's where the correct answer is mock-up to prototype. Now let's come to the
Excuse me, sir.
sixth. हाँ सर बताइए.
Sir, can you explain pilot production? I can't remember it.
पायलट प्रोडक्शन इसमें कौन सा एग्जाम्पल हमें दिया गया था? कैन यू टेल मी एनी वन ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल्स? सी नॉर्मली क्या होता है, लेट अस टेक दिस एग्जाम्पल. मॉकअप में क्या होता है, वट एवर प्रोडक्ट यू मेक यू जस्ट मिमिक द फॉर्म ऑफ इट. ओके, ताकि आप उसका होल्डिंग यूसेज वगैरह आप असेस कर पाते हैं. अब उसको रियल लाइफ सिनेरियो में आप होल्ड करके देखते हैं, समझते हैं, ऑल तो ये काम नहीं कर रहा होता है. फ्रॉम मॉकअप व्हेन यू गो टू प्रोटोटाइप, प्रोटोटाइप मीन्स दिस शुड वर्क द सेम वे, विच मीन्स ये काम भी करना चाहिए. ये सिर्फ लुक एंड फील वाला नहीं होना चाहिए, इट शुड बी फंक्शनल एज वेल. When you get certain feedback here, you also get certain feedback here, you improvise the design and then you go to pilot production. Pilot production का मतलब होता है कि you go for certain numbers for deployment. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, you tie up with local manufacturers, लोकल वेंडर्स, आपके आसपास जो फैब्रिकेटर्स हैं आप उनसे टाइप करते हो, क्योंकि आपको स्मॉल नंबर बनाना है. हो सकता है 10 to 20 पीसेस बनाने हैं, ठीक है, बिकॉज यू विल ट्राई टू डिप्लॉय देम एंड अगेन यू विल गेट सर्टेन फीडबैक. once you get that feedback, once you get the approval from the client, then when they say okay go ahead, then you go for mass production. Mass production would mean, maybe in certain cases it could be use of assembly line. It could be partnering with expertise, people from manufacturing. It could be the steel manufacturers, it could be plastic manufacturers, it could be bulk manufacturers. Okay. But they come into play when there is a mass order. ना जब आपको हजारों थाउजेंड्स में और लैक्स में जब आपको पीसेस बनाने हो तब ये पिक्चर में आएंगे. 10 पीस के लिए दे वोंट take that trouble because the costings are high and things like that. Okay, so pilot production mein you take help from these small people, small vendors, small fabricators, who can actually make things for you. Is it clear from it?
Yes, sir. Like that police stick which was used to get the feedback.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, हो सकता है, हो सकता है वो.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
The Vaishno Devi Palki was a heavy structure made of dash pipes that was used for water lines. So you need to tell me the material of pipes. Was it plastic? Was it galvanized iron? Was it cast iron pipe? Was it ceramic pipes? What kind of pipes were used for making the palki? So this we are talking about before the intervention of the team. All right.
Answer is D.
Sir, B for bat. B.
Galvanized iron.
Okay, sir is saying galvanized iron. Anyone else?
I'm not sure, sir. Is it mentioned in the video? I'm
Yes,
not.
yes, it is mentioned in the video. So before we are talking about the scenario of before the intervention of new design. So, like we were discussing about the initial palki was very heavy. It was because of one of this reason, and another reason was that because of this particular material, the welding was also challenging. So, change of material was one of the important aspects, which is critical to the overall weight of palki or palanquin. Anyone else? The Vaishno Devi Palki was a heavy structure made of dash pipes. We are talking about the material. Which material we are referring to? That was used for water lines. So, अब देखिए इसमें भी it's quite tricky question with the kind of options we are having because water lines में we do get plastic pipes, we do get galvanized iron pipes, we do get even cast iron pipes. Okay, so options are made little tricky, but then the content actually clearly articulates the kind of pipes being used. Okay, let's see the correct answer. The palki itself has been used for many years. It's a heavy structure made of galvanized iron pipes used for water lines are welded together to form a structure. This is tied to a wooden pole which rests onto the quarter shoulder and this. So we are talking about these pipes. ये आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, हो सकता है आपके घरों में यूज होता हो. तो ये पाइप्स बेसिकली पानी के लिए यूज होता है फॉर वाटर लाइन. और उसी को उन्होंने बेंड करके वेल्ड करके. सो सी these are the areas where bending is done. These are the areas where welding is done. So there are two things which are being done: welding and see, this is welding. Bending and welding of pipes is done. Okay, so the correct answer is galvanized iron. Okay, let's come to the seventh question. This is a easy one. The correct order of seven concerns of the innovation journey is. सेवन सीज हैं, उसका करेक्ट ऑर्डरिंग क्या है? यस, कम ऑन.
C.
ओके, वेरी क्विक. एनीवन एल्स?
C.
सी. ओके, see, if you get an option like this, I think the one thing which you need to remember is that it will always start with cause and it will always end with the connection. ऑल राइट. तो अगर हमारे ऑप्शन में पहले हमें देख लेना है कॉज मैच हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है. अच्छा, यहाँ पे मैच हो रहा है, यहाँ पे मैच हो रहा है. ऑल राइट, देन वील सी कनेक्शन कहाँ मैच हो रहा है. नहीं,
Answer
यहाँ.
is C.
करेक्ट.
Cause, context, comprehension, check, conception, crafting, and connection. Answer should
Correct,
be C.
sir. Correct, correct, correct. So the correct option is C because it starts with a cause and it goes till the connection. Okay. So maybe you can take a note of this thing and write it somewhere. कॉज से कनेक्शन तक हमारा जो जर्नी रहता है उसको हम लोग सेवन सीज कहते हैं. करेक्ट आंसर इज सी. वेल डन. Let's come to the eighth question. The image below is that of a palki being used at Ajanta Caves, Vaishno Devi Shrine, both A and B, and none of the above.
B.
Yeah, they are the porters are in a row in line. Therefore, answer is B. Vaishno Devi.
Okay, that's a very direct question and a direct answer to it. The porters are in one line, as Sir has correctly said. That's the unique part about Vaishno Devi Shrine. Answer, why is the reason that these people are in one line? There was a reason for them to be in one line. So, like in Ajanta caves, they
Because
go.
of the narrow curves that they had to go through.
Correct, correct. Because they have got hairpin curves, and even the road is very crowded. They also talk about that they took Ajanta Palki and they tried and tested it, and it caused huge jam on the road. So, but the porters were very, very happy with it because it was very lightweight. So they were using it in the morning time, early morning time, where there were less number of people. They were able to manage it, but when the crowd, exceeded a certain range, then it was very difficult to move around. So that is where the single line thing, it requires less of space. It's quite streamlined, and it was easily able to manage in the turning of this. Correct answer is Vaishno Devi Shrine. Okay. There was a motorable road path of the way at Vaishno Devi Shrine, but the Dash agreed to keep commercial vehicles off the road so that Dash will not lose their livelihoods. So there
See,
are four options, and you need to see which one's the correct one.
see,
एक motorable road थी path था वैष्णो देवी का, but Dash agreed to keep the commercial vehicles off the road so that Dash will not lose their livelihoods. Okay, so people are saying C, which means they are saying that does the government agree to keep the borders? Let's see the correct answer. There was a motorable road path, but the government agreed to keep the commercial vehicles off the road so that the potters will not lose their livelihoods. The idea behind redesigning of Palki was to safeguard their means of subsistence, reducing the load on their shoulders. Okay, so again, lightweight considerations. You need to raise this question in the discussion forum. Okay, so yes, the correct answer is government and the voters. Well done. Let's come to our last question. Which of the seven C is about arriving at design insights? So you have to tell me which C talks about arriving at design insights.
see,
Which C? Correct answer is C. So many C. Okay, context, concept, comprehension, and cause. We are talking about which of the seven C's is about arriving at design insights. We've got one vote for comprehension. Anyone else? Okay, let's see the correct answer. It's comprehension, which is arriving at design insights. So, for this, I would ask all of you to please take a note of it. And this is also available in the book. So, you can actually go through each one of them because a question might come asking about any one of them. So, it's always good to understand, what individually these are and, what we talk about them. Starts with a cause, which is a result to solve a problem. Then comes the context, which is understanding the user and scenario. Comprehension is arriving at design insights. Check is making a blueprint on for the design, or that is also about making the product, or in general a brief. Then comes conception, wherein you create multiple ideas and concepts. Then comes crafting, which is mock-ups, functional prototypes, and pilot production. And then connection, getting back to the user for testing and feedback. So the correct answer is C, which is comprehension. Well done. All right. So with that, we end. So with that, we end our uh, set of 10 questions. What we'll do is we'll take a 5-minute break, and we'll again start with the book content. So if you want to remain in the call, it's perfectly fine. If you have already gone through the book content, how do you access the book? Uh, then you can also leave. But if you have not been able to see and access where the book is and all those things, and where all the resources are, I'll be giving you a quick walkthrough of that. So, we'll wait for 5 minutes and we'll restart the session. So I'll be sharing my screen once again, and we'll be going through the resources we have. All right. So basically, what we are now going to do is we are going to see what all repository we have, which we can actually have a look before we go for the examination. It will be helpful for you to, go through all of them, prepare yourself, and then prepare for the examination. So the first one is the text transcripts. You can click on English transcripts. That will open up this page. You can click on download now. And here you will see you will have all the different lectures. Each lecture will be transcribed separately. So in all you have 42 lectures. So each lecture you'll get a PDF, right? So you can download each one of them and go through it. The other aspect is the books. You can click on English book. This is the book which I was referring to. You'll have to click here to download the English book. And here is the collated version of it. Okay, so it's you can see design engineering, Professor Nina Sabnani, and each of the week's contents are available here. What I was referring to was the page number. So you can click on the page number and it'll reach to that page. All right. So you can browse through the content. It's a good way because it also has the snippets of the videos. It will help you recall the content in a much better way. You'll be able to understand the content easier and faster and quicker. Now comes the download videos section. See, many times it happens that our internet is not perfectly working. So in those scenarios, you can reach out to this. Whenever your internet is working substantially well, you can utilize this download section, go to the videos, and you can download each lecture. Okay, so you can see the download button. In fact, the books is also available, transcripts is also available here, and then the assignments are also available. So all the 3 weeks, 4 weeks assignments is available. Right, so all the answers are also there. You can download it for your reference. It might be helpful for you. And lastly, we have the problem solving session where you get 2 links. Let us go through the first link. If you click here, you'll be able to see the entire content. I think even today we had 6 people, so we'll just mention, I can't mention it from here. Okay, I'll do it from there. But you can see, all the previous videos are available. And I'll also add today's videos the moment the session is over. We'll upload it. This is where the presentation folder will be available. If you click here, you'll be able to see till week 3 all the week-wise contents available. Right. So we'll also add the week 4 content. And then comes the survey part. So this is a survey which the NPTEL team has floated, and you can be a part of this survey. Telling us about how were the live sessions, how was the rating of the presenter, and whether your questions were being answered, the type of questions which is being raised. All right. So in and all, this is broadly about, you can take reference from the content. All right. So now I'll be closing the session. Thanks a lot for being there. It had been a great journey with all of you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Pramit, yes.
Sir, I had my doubt on the offline exam. Sir, what is the total marks? Is it 50, right?
These questions will be taken up in discussion forum because they are having the right knowledge about the number of questions and the total marks and the time frame. So they will be able to answer it in a better way. I think a couple of questions has been answered regarding to that. Right. But
Okay,
the pattern of examination and those things are completely in the control of the course instructor. Okay. So these things are not shared with me directly. So I would suggest you to wait for the reply. If you have already posted the question, just wait for the reply. And if not posted the question, you can even ask this thing. All right.
एंड सर आपने दिखाया था कि मतलब वो वीक के असाइनमेंट जो डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं मतलब देख सकते हैं सर बाकी वीक के लिए है मतलब प्रीवियस वीक के जिसको देख
हाँ,
सकते हैं
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. Using the same link, you can let me see if that is open. I'll show you right now. Okay, I'll let me show you. Can you see my screen?
यस सर
So if you go to downloads, you'll see. So if I click here, it'll open week 1. All right.
सर ये 2020 का है जैसे किसी को आगे भी आगे का भी देखना है 2021 या 2022 का तो उनका प्रोवाइड नहीं होता
नहीं नहीं उतना तो प्रोवाइड नहीं होता. दिस कैन गिव यू अ गुड वे ऑफ प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर योर एग्जामिनेशन. द बेस्ट इज कि आपको जो अभी लाइव क्वेश्चंस मिले हैं उनको रेफर कर लो. इसको भी आप रेफर कर सकते हो. दिस इज ऑल्सो अ रेफरेंस शीट. एंड जो हम लोग लाइव सेशन में क्वेश्चंस करते हैं वो आप रेफर कर लो. आई थिंक दैट विल बी गुड इनफ for your understanding. Okay. See, because based on my experience of NPTEL examination, few of the questions come directly from what you have studied. Right. तो कुछ क्वेश्चंस का परसेंटेज ऐसा जरूर रहता है which is not there in the uh, your assignment or quizzes, but then the content is broadly utilized from the same week fours. Okay, from all the 4 weeks content वही रहेगा. उसी से वो कोई ना कोई क्वेश्चन बना के आपको पोस्ट करेंगे.
ओके सर और सर अगर हमको जैसे ऑफलाइन टेस्ट का देखना हो क्वेश्चन तो वो मिलता नहीं मतलब प्रीवियस ईयर्स के
हम्म. नहीं नहीं वैसा तो अभी ऐसा कोई फंक्शनैलिटी नहीं है. बट अगर आप चाहे तो पोस्ट कर सकते हैं. बट नीड नॉट वरी अबाउट इट. इतना इतना बहुत चैलेंजिंग एग्जाम नहीं होता है. यू हैव बीन एन एक्टिव लर्नर तो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. हाँ.
यस
इट
सर
विल बी एन इजी पेपर फॉर यू. सो जस्ट गो विद अ रिलैक्स स्टेट ऑफ माइंड. हम लोग एक काम और करेंगे कि मोस्ट प्रोबेबली समवेयर नेक्स्ट वीक और 1-2 वीक बाद हम लोग एक 1 घंटे का सेशन करेंगे, जिसमें हमारे पास वही फिर से 10 क्वेश्चंस होंगे और 1-2 एडिशनल इंफॉर्मेशन रहेगा फॉर योर एग्जामिनेशन। बट द मोर जो रेफरेंस जो आपको लेना है वो आपको हॉल टिकट के इंफॉर्मेशन से ही लेना है। So whatever I'll be telling you will be from my past experience, but then the pattern and the mode of examination, it changes down year wise. So you will get all those information while the hall ticket is being shared with you. Okay, and this hall ticket is usually shared a couple of weeks before your final exam. So just wait till that moment. A lot of queries with respect to examination will be addressed by that time.
ओके सर। सर वन मोर डाउट सर, जो मतलब इंस्ट्रक्टर जो है वो इंटर्नशिप प्रोवाइड करते हैं स्टूडेंट्स को?
आई थिंक इसमें भी एक क्वेश्चन आया था।
मैंने
सी
ही किया था
द
सर।
अच्छा अच्छा ओके। इंटर्नशिप का आई थिंक इन योर क्वेश्चन देयर वर टू रिस्पॉन्सेज, राइट?
यस सर। पहले में हाँ था, बाद में ना बोल दिया।
I read that. So देखो क्या है कि प्रोफेसर नीना सबनानी was there at IIT Bombay. So anyways अभी she is not there. She is retired as a professor from IIT Bombay. Okay. So currently the course instructor is not in itself in the institute. So offering internship is a different thing. So अभी we can't tell about that. Okay. और जो रिस्पॉन्स आपको मिला है वो एनपीटीएल टीम से मिला। आई थिंक दैट वुड बी दी, अब उन्हीं को हमें मानना पड़ेगा। बट इवन इफ यू वांट टू टेक इंटर्नशिप्स, you can write to professors directly. So where I'm studying, a lot of students who are pursuing BTech, they try to find their areas of interest. Say for example, if you are interested in design एंड यू वांट टू टेक एन इंटर्नशिप इन डिज़ाइन, तो आपका जिस एरिया में आपको इंटर्नशिप लेना है, आप उस डिपार्टमेंट के प्रोफेसर्स का प्रोफाइल वगैरह देखते हो, आप देखते हो उनके एरियाज ऑफ इंटरेस्ट क्या हैं, वो किस पे काम करवा रहे हैं, एंड देन यू राइट अ मेल टू देम कि आई वांट टू कम एंड डू एन इंटर्नशिप। तो every professor at IITs, they have a slot wherein they can invite you to become a intern. एक स्पार्क इंटर्नशिप भी होता है, आप नोट कर सकते हैं। there is a process for that, and which allows a lot of students to come to IITs and get their internships done. Okay, तो ये कुछ चैनल्स हैं जो आप यूज़ कर सकते हैं। इस कोर्स के इंस्ट्रक्टर वाला तो मैंने आपको सिनेरियो बता दिया कि अभी दैट फैकल्टी इज़ नॉट हियर, सो आई कैन नॉट टेल अबाउट दैट। फिर वो हमें आपके डिस्कशन फोरम से ही जो मिला है इन्फॉर्मेशन, दैट विल बी वैलिड।
ओके सर। सर क्योंकि मैं डिजाइन थिंकिंग का भी कोर्स कर रहा था, बाला सर का जो है डिजाइन थिंकिंग कोर्स एनपीटीईएल में, उनके साइड से तो इंटर्नशिप का है, मतलब आता है, वीडियो में ही है उनकी, कि आप प्रपोजल भेजिए और आप हम उसे डिसाइड, इफ यू आर लकी देन वी विल सिलेक्ट यू फॉर द इंटर्नशिप।
ओके ओके ओके, तो हो सकता है कि देर इज कुछ कोर्सेज में देर इज एन ऑप्शन गिवन वेर इन दे एक्सप्लिसिटली मेंशन कि आप ऐसे कर सकते हो। तो इस वजह से आप बता रहे हो कि ये पूरा नाम क्या है प्रोफेसर का जिनका ये कोर्स है?
वन सेकंड सर, लेट मी सी।
हम्म।
बाला रामा दुराई फ्रॉम आईआईटी मद्रास,
ओके 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 ओके। हाँ ठीक है, तो हो
एंड
सकता
द
है कि
कोर्स नेम इज डिजाइन थिंकिंग अ प्राइमर।
ऑल राइट ऑल राइट। So there is a possibility where they are offering internships to students upfront, wherein they can apply. Uh, हो सकता है इस कोर्स में अभी तक ना हो for the very reason I mentioned. But even if you would want to take internship, the other channel I have also explained to you. आप प्रोफेसर के areas of interest के हिसाब से आप उनको मेल करो and they can invite you, for the internship.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर, इट वाज रियली हेल्पफुल।
Okay, Pramit. So you are one of the promising persons. You have
थैंक यू
gone
सर।
through the content diligently and you have highlighted certain issues. So please raise those issues in the forum so that everyone in the learner segment get benefited from that. All right.
ओके सर।
Okay. Okay. So thanks to Promit, thanks to Michelle ma'am, and thanks to Nitin sir, who is not here right now. But then all of you have participated a lot in these sessions, made this fruitful. And let's end today's session. The details for 1 hour session will be shared with you through NPTEL mail and even in the announcement section. It will be an extra session, and just watch out for those details. It will have the link as well as the timings as well. All right. So with that, I close this meeting. Thank you so much, and very, very best wishes for your examination. ऑल राइट, तो ये बेसिकली हमारा कोर्स सिलेबस है जहाँ पे रीना मैम ने बताया हुआ है. शी इज़ अ ग्रेट फैकल्टी मेंबर, इज एन आर्टिस्ट एंड स्टोरी टेलर, और इन्होंने एनिमेशन में बहुत बढ़िया काम किया है. And you can see the video feedbacks of people who have already taken up this course. You can see the statistics. I mean, how many people have, taken up this course now? This is a huge number, right? This is such a huge number of people who have taken up this course, and अब 2024 का भी data will be added very very soon. See, more than 100 registrations up till now. Great, great. So enrolled were more than 1,000. Registered are more than 200 in fact. And we have been getting so many toppers. See, 16 to 6 toppers. Great, great. Great statistics about this course. You can also see one of the previous recordings of live session. It's here. It will help you connect with the professor. Great. So I'll close this window. Let me close the recording. Thank you. Bye bye.